Okay, let's talk about something cool. What if you could actually build an AI team that sounds, well, just like you? That's what we're going to do today. We're diving headfirst into Zaria AI, and I'm going to show you step by step how to completely change the way you work. Now, I know you might be thinking, building an AI team sounds super complicated, right? Well, it's really not. That's exactly why we're here. We're going to break it all down and see how you can create these smart little assistants that are tailor-made for your voice and your needs. So here's the plan. We've got 5 simple steps. We'll start with creating your very first agent, and then we'll work our way up to some of Zaria's really powerful advanced features. It's going to be fun. Okay, let's dive right in. First things first, before we get our hands dirty and start building stuff, let's just take a second to understand what Zaria is actually all about. You know, what it's designed for, and more importantly, what it can do for you. Look, the goal here is super simple, to get you up and running fast. We're talking 0 to hero. By the time we're done with this explainer, you're going to be creating content and working with your very own AI team like a pro. Seriously. All right, enough talk. It's time to actually do something. Let's get hands-on. We're going to start with what is, without a doubt, the most important first step, creating your very first agent. And you'll be happy to know it's just 3 easy steps. Super simple. First, you just pop into the dashboard to train a new team member. Then you set it up, give it a name that makes sense, like content writer or something, and finally, you just save it and give it a little test to see how it does. That's it. Okay, so when you're setting it up, you'll see a couple of options. Now pay attention here because you absolutely want to enable these 2 skills. Think of the Composer installer as its toolbox. It lets the agent grab the tools it needs to get work done. And the user database? Well, that's the magic key. It lets the agent tap into that personalized brain that we're going to build for it in just a minute. And that is why getting this first part right matters so much. See, when you give an agent a clear job and the right skills, it's not just some generic jack-of-all-trades AI. Nope. It becomes a specialist. It knows its job, and it's ready to give you great results right from the get-go. You know, there's a great pro tip in the user manual for this. It says, don't try to build a super agent that does everything on your first day. And that is such good advice. Just start small. Build an agent that handles one simple task, like maybe drafting tweets. Get comfortable with that, and then you can start exploring the more advanced stuff. Okay, so your first agent is born. Now for what I think is the coolest part, building its brain. This is where we teach it to sound, well, to sound exactly like you. So how does this work? It's all powered by something called a RAG database. RAG stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation, which I know sounds super technical, but all it really means is the AI retrieves your information to generate new stuff in your style. It's not just a boring folder for your files. Think of it more like a personal training ground. It's where Zaria learns to be your digital clone. So what do you put in this brain? Easy. Anything and everything that sounds like you. Got old blog posts? Throw them in. Important emails? Yup. Company reports? Perfect. Even your social media posts. The more you feed it, the more examples it has to learn your unique voice. And this is the bottom line, really. It's a direct relationship. The more of your own stuff you put in, the less it sounds like some generic AI, and the more it sounds like you. Simple as that. And trust me, this is a total game changer for your workflow. Yeah, it takes a little time up front to build out this database, but the payoff is huge. Every single thing the AI creates from then on will be authentic, consistent with your brand, and it's going to save you so much time on editing later. Okay, so you've got a smart agent. It's got a brain full of your knowledge. Now what? Let's talk about how to actually work with it. And the key here is a little mindset shift. Don't think of it as a tool you just give orders to. Think of it as a collaborator, a partner. The whole process is like a conversation, really, a creative loop. So Zaria might start by giving you a basic outline for, say, a blog post. Then you jump in. You might say, hey, can you add more examples to that second point? Or let's make the tone a bit more casual. Zaria refines it, and you go back and forth like that until it's exactly what you want. And look at the transformation here. You start with just the bare bones, right? A simple outline. But through that collaboration, you end up with a fully fleshed out, polished piece of content that's ready to use and perfectly matches what was in your head. So why does this matter so much? Because it means you are always in control. You're in the driver's seat.
It's this back and forth that guarantees the final product isn't some generic, one-size-fits-all piece of content. It's yours. It's perfectly aligned with your vision. Okay, so you've nailed the basics. You can create agents, you can build their brains, you can collaborate with them. Awesome. But believe it or not, that's just scratching the surface. There's a whole other level of power to unlock. So let's take a quick peek at what's next. This is where things get really wild. You can actually have your agents work together. Imagine this. You have a project manager agent. It tells your content writer agent to draft a blog post. Once that's done, it passes the text over to your web coder agent to automatically build a landing page for it. An entire team working for you. And you can take that even further with full-on workflow automation. Just picture it, a process that runs all by itself. Maybe your agents gather weekly stats, draft a newsletter using your voice and template, and then schedule it to go out, all while you're doing something else. You literally wouldn't have to lift a finger. And get ready for this, because there are some amazing integrations on the horizon. We're talking tools you already use every day, like Slack and Google Calendar. This means your Zaria agents will be able to work right inside the apps you already have open, becoming a true, seamless part of your team. All right, let's bring it all home. If you remember nothing else, remember these three things. 1. Create specialized agents for specific jobs. 2. Build that RAG database to teach Zaria your voice. And 3, work with your agents back and forth to get the perfect result. That's it. That's your foundation for becoming a Zaria Pro. Honestly, the potential here is just massive. And it all starts with that one simple first step. Your AI team is ready and waiting. So the real question is, what are you going to build first?